Good evening, VPG. Tell me when that gets old, won't you, Domino? Because
I always think you're gonna shout "Good morning, Vietnam," and then
that's the whole point. That's the whole point. He's got it. He's got it. What we didn't get is syncing the color of our lights, which is very, very disappointing to realize once we've come online. So should we just restart this whole thing and try again?
I might just do a colour show, mate. Every different game, different light. Do you know what I mean? I've got the abilities over here.
Depending on the mood, if it's another 0-0, then we turn it red because we'd be angry. But
I like it.
We're splitting the difference between us at the moment. We've gone for blue and a very, very manly pink colour behind Domino. But if anyone can pull it off, it's definitely pink, mate. I was gonna say if anyone can pull it off, it's you, mate. So don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it. Right, those of you in the chat, thank you very much for tuning in. It's going to be another banger tonight, I can assure you of that. On the card tonight, as we wait for FG, who have just said 2 minutes. So we've got 2 minutes to whiz through these, Domino. Game number one. It is the team we're waiting for. FG, top of the UK Premier, taking on the Scotsman Creative, who currently sit 11th. So, again, FG going into this one as favourites. Can't blame them for that. But it's a chance for a statement piece for the men from up north, and possibly women, of course. Moving on to the second game, and we might be in for a bit of a shock because that's 100% a VPG Esports Premier game, I hear you say. Well, no, it's not. It is the Esports Cup. These guys have drawn each other in the round of 16. 4 more games until glory. However, one of these teams tonight will be eliminated. So, do you know what? It's quite nice to see Team GMASK for the 5th time in a row and not be a league game. Domino, not be a league game. And there's some shocking news coming out of that Team GMASK camp. What happened yesterday, which obviously we'll talk about in the next game. You just gotta wait. Build that suspense.
Stay tuned.
Build that suspense. Match number 3. Your 8:45, which is never 8:45. We apologise. It is the battle of the 2 Turkish teams. It is Fenerbahce against Altay. Do not be put off by, I'm not even sure you can see it on my screen. Yeah, you can see it on my screen. We've got the Altay banner in the background, but we love all teams equally, of course. However, we do accept bribes, much like that. So
and presents, 8-ball, and presents.
Presents, bribes, tomato, you know, whatever. I think it's their first. Is it their first time on the channel this season?
Yeah, this season, mate. This season. I was waiting to burst out the top. I asked 8-ball, can I wear the Altay top? And he said no.
It was the other way around, actually. I was just like desperate to wear it, and he said no.
Why are you gaslighting me?
That's what I do. I assume Altay are going to turn up with more than 10 men, but their team sheet says they've got 10. Wouldn't recommend it. I know Fenerbahce are not particularly firing on all cylinders this season. However, they're still a very, very dangerous team, and would recommend using 11 men against them. And then, finally, moving on to the 9:15. It won't be a 9:15. It is the Spanish derby. # lazy journalism, Domino. Ultra Instinct. Ultra Instinct versus Drift Esports is your 9:15, your 4th and final tonight. Domino, I think it's only fair that we go through tonight's games in order and give all the teams the respect they deserve in the order they deserve. So let's go with the top of the UK Premier, FG, taking on Creative. Thoughts?
Mate, you see the FG team, the team sponsored by BLG. It's just that front three, mate. Porridge, you got Sam, you got the Bailey. It's like that. The golden triangle, like we like to call it, 8-ball, is... I can imagine at their top of their league with players like that in there, and they've got it to back up themselves. Well, Dilvik's in there again. Dean Smith, who 8-ball, I know you're a massive fan of.
Yep, agreed. Agreed.
It's a great teammate. It's a great team.
It is, yeah. They've had a little bit of a rejig. So they've shuffled the deck a little bit. They've now moved Dilvix out to that right-hand side. Baliance has dropped down from striker into his, I think, more traditional role of cam. And it's Porridge's turn to play up front, Domino. I think we've seen him play everywhere apart from in goal this season. So
he does what he wants, mate.
Yeah, it's his turn to play up front, and that's what you get when you're a manager. He says, "Do you know what, lads? I'm playing up front tonight." Yeah, he's playing up front tonight. Arguably more interesting than all of that stuff put together is that Unity Bluefin slots in at centre back for them, considering, and I think they may have had games yesterday, or maybe their last game was on Thursday. But VLG Unity are no more, so their loss is FG's gain. He slots in at centre back for them, so fast movers are FG.
What player to add into your Arsenal though, April?
Why the hell not? Why the hell not? Creative, on the other hand, earlier on in the season, FG beat them 2-0, so they'll be looking to strike back from that loss. However, no wins in 13 in all competitions. I'm sorry, boys. I'm sorry. I know you didn't want me to say it, and I appreciate that, but we've got to let the people know. We've got to let the people know. So it's FG's to lose, and I think that will suit Creative very nicely here.
Yeah, April, you're going to go in and play with a bit of confidence. Again, you're playing top of the league. It's a game you're not expected to win, so it does give you that weird confidence, April, that you're not expecting anything in the game. It gives you that little bit of freedom, so hopefully Creative can take the positives by playing top of the league and play with a bit of creativity and freedom. Here's
hoping if you are a Creative fan. So, off we go. Creative in the black kit, actually. Sorry, Benfica have got both colour kits, so I'm just trying to work out which one they're playing in. They're in the black from left to right because Dean Smith is on that right-hand side swinging the ball in for league leaders VLG FG. And ball over the top, and yeah, they are cut open. Creative are cut open. Here is De Cruz. Loses out to Keating. Good stuff from him, getting back from CDM, helping out his team, and league leaders concede a corner early on.
Dangerous signs there, April. Dangerous signs to let a man wander and getting back there. It's a good recovery. Good recovery and a great header there. Good positioning, and they've got men streaming forward, April.
Yeah, and they
do
find Sam Cooper. Inside to Dilvix, power shot, big save by Maguire. Domino, last time this man played, last 2 times he played, he was in phenomenal form, so watch out for that man. And yeah, Dark Mavro concedes the corner, 1 apiece on corners. First 10 minutes.
Yeah, April, like we would say every single time, bar yesterday, the UK Prem bangs, April, it bangs, it delivers us. That's why we have it on the feature game at the beginning of the night. And they're not looking to slow down now, April.
Keating with the shot from the edge of the box. Another big save by Maguire. Get used to it, boys. Wooding clears that one initially. De Cruz unable to flick it on because Bucks does very, very well. Something's happened there that the referee didn't like, and yeah, they get a mystery free kick on the edge of the box.
I do like how they put everyone in the wall.
That is literally a 10-man wall. It doesn't matter though, it gets through, and again, another massive save by Maguire.
Maguire is keeping his team in this at the minute.
3 big saves in the first 10 minutes from that man. Baliance with the corner flicked on. Wooding again, happy to concede a corner.
With the second to come, I actually thought he flicked on again. Last time fair play.
Forgot what team he was playing for. Creative having to... and again.
That can go anywhere. Yeah, that was dangerous.
What
Keeper there was...
flick on that is.
And they're just getting pinned in 8 ball. They can't get any respite here.
Flicked on one more time to Bluefin, the new signing, gives it to Keating. Big tackle by Liam, the cameraman, and it's gonna come off of the attacker for a goal kick. Some respite for Creative. And Domino, I think
the manual lob pass in that position because the time it takes to play it. But what do I know? He got it out.
I think they would be expecting to be under the cosh slightly, but that first 13 minutes was quite brutal. They have come through unscathed though.
Yeah.
For now.
what it does do is build up the confidence of the keeper. 3 worldly saves, April, and sometimes it gets in striker's head. And when the keeper's on form,
ball through to the skipper, Porridge.
Special to beat him.
Yeah, good play. Sentinel looks like he's playing deeper. Gives it to Porridge. Sined, sorry. Playing a bit deeper in that left-back position by the looks of things, if Dean Smith's over on the right. Porridge, though, wrestles it through, gives it to his strike partner, gets it back, and from close range, fires it home, bundled his way through the box with the help of Sam Cooper, and puts his team 1-0 up, justifying that manager's pick up top, Domino.
Yeah, and we can't say it weren't coming 8-ball. That was 20 minutes, other than the one chance Creative have, they just pinned them, absolutely pinned them in their own half. Not even in their own half, 8-ball, in their own box. And the great teams, when they get the spell of possession, and you do get them throughout the games, make teams pay. And FG are that kind of teammate. They are him, and they made them pay there.
Yeah, very rarely do you get what you deserve in clubs, but I think FG there probably deserved a goal, and they got a goal, courtesy of their gaffer up top tonight. I think last time we saw him he was playing fullback, so making a good case to be a permanent fixture up there so far, and he's not done yet. Here is Jack 7 into Porridge. Good overlap by Sined again. Flicked on nicely though, and they just can't get out of that defensive third, can they, Domino?
No. Well, at this stage, April, they need to leave the strikers high up, and they do need to do the manual passes just to give them a bit of rest. At the minute, they're finding it very hard to play through this FG press, and I think while you're getting pinned in, you just need to make sure that you're clearing your lines and actually just getting the ball up the pitch, because it is taxing these players. It's mentally taxing.
Yeah. Look at that ball through the middle. Sam Cooper takes it under a spell, gives it to Bailey. It's on the overlap from Cam. And Dean Smith pressing very high up there, wins it back. The ball falls to his feet as he's returning to his feet. And again, this constant wave of FG pressure shows no sign of holding up so far. Creative, I think, will be happy to go into the break at 1-0 down, just a goal down, in the hopes that they can snatch something. But other than that early kind of ball over the top in that first 10 minutes, they've not really had anything to write home about. Dilvik's turn of pace into the box. Wooding and Dark Maverick get across, but it is given away, and that's going to be a tap-in for Sam Cooper. Dilvik's and Porridge doing all the hard work. Sam Cooper says thank you very much. He won't score an easier goal all season, and there can be no complaints from that creative camp, I don't think, Domino. They have been under the cosh, and it's just good to watch. Sometimes you just have to say, yeah, fair enough, we're coming up against a very good side in very good form here, so fair play.
April, both of the goals they've scored haven't been beautiful goals, and to be fair, haven't even been well constructed goals. They've been bulldozing goals, constant pressure, relentless in the press, relentless in attack, and they've just got it by sheer work rate. Both of those goals, April. Yeah,
they won't mind how they come, FG. They've got a lead at the top, and they want to hold on to it. 3 points clear at the top. However, Saf Prolific, who are on next, they have got 2 games in hand over them, so they cannot afford to slip up. And so far, so good if you are in that FG camp.
I mean, that should just be a yellow. Let's not be silly here.
Let's not ruin the game totally here. Is the cameraman Liam, who picks up a booking for his sins. And do FG have one more before half time? He's gone for it, and Maguire, once again, that's 4 5th save so far this half. Busy man. Ball comes into the back post. Keating up for this one. It's going to fall nicely for the gaffer. Porridge is going to come back across. Sam Cooper takes it down. Liam cleared it off the line first. It's bundled in. It went so fast. We didn't even have a chance to see who it was. FG won't care. FG will not care one bit. It's 3-0, and this game's as good as done, Domino.
Yeah, April, look. You come early, you come for the UK Prem, you get goals. Normally, they're split evenly. Sometimes it does happen like this. And April, it just goes to show the point. Again, not a beautiful goal. All 3 haven't been beautiful goals. It has just been it's a sinking feeling creative. They've been drowned in deep waters.
Yeah.
And that's what's happened here. They've just not been able to get out of the box. They've not been able to get players on the ball. They've been closed down at every opportunity. It's a clinical and constructive performance from FG here. And 3-0 down with the first half like that. It's a 10-7 round. What would you say?
The worrying thing for Creative is they don't look like letting up anytime soon. You know, they've not kept the ball, they've not pinged it about. They're going for the jugular. They're trying to increase that goal difference, as well as the points tally, and they're doing a bloody good job. Dom, if I may say so myself. Creative may take solace in the fact that FG before tonight 0 wins in their last 4 games. Certainly not turned up like a team playing like that. Before that, they were unbeaten in 6. A 5-4 win on Thursday, Domino, against Menzino Ball. For some reason, we missed that. We were busy watching a 0-0. Actually was. We actually were. Yeah, we messed that one up. But FG are making up for it now. 3 goals in that first half. No signs of letting up. However, Creative here started with their tails up. I imagine they got a bit of a telling off in that dressing room at halftime, or at the very least a pep talk. They probably knew this was going to be one of the more difficult games this season, if not the most difficult game this season. So they need to try and go out and win this half at the very least. But yeah, as Vibesy says in the chat, it's one-way traffic at the moment, and if it wasn't for that man between the sticks, Domino, yeesh. Oh, what a save again, but the man is stood by himself. It is going to be offside, yeah. And again, a world-class save.
Double save there.
Yeah, a world-class save from Maguire, and they continue pounding away on this Creative door.
Yeah, April, and the thing is, FG can flood as many people up as they can because they've got nothing coming back away to them that scare them. Again, we always compare it to a boxer. If no one's landing a glove on anyone, they're not scared of anything. And they're doing things like that, Abel, taking shots from 25 yards out.
Yeah, why not?
The confidence is flying high at the FG team because they know they can't get touched. They're playing with ultimate confidence, where you can see the confidence getting away for these Creative players. They're a bit hesitant on the ball. They're not releasing it quick enough. Prime example there, 8-ball.
I think they're just getting completely and utterly, like, you know, when there's a fire and they tell you to chuck the fire blanket on it. It's like that. FG are just like a fire blanket at the moment. They're just suffocating.
That's a wicked name for a teammate.
The fire blanket.
Fire blanket is a cool name. Can we patent that in the chat so no one can use that?
TM. I don't think anyone wants it, Dominic. I think you might be the only one who likes it. But
fire blanket's wicked. Leave that alone.
I was going to say that would have been a quality pass down the line for an instant cross, but FG don't need any more goals, to be fair. Very comfortable second half so far. Creative, though, you know, if they can win this second half, they can leave and get on with the rest of their night with their heads held somewhat high.
Yeah.
But
it's just...
yeah, it's something missing, isn't there? There is something missing.
I mean, the defensive positionally, they haven't been bad, April. Like I said, they bulldozed those 3 goals past them. It's when they get to this position here, there's a half press on. You can see 4 people up there. They're just making it a little bit, I wouldn't say too easy to play out with them, but you've got unbelievable technicians. Like I said, if you go and press a very, very good ball-playing team, you will leave openings. Whether they have to sit back in their shape or not, that's for a 0-0 standard. They're 3-0 down 8. Well, they've got nothing left to lose. It's bit damage limitation.
From a constructive point of view, I think 1 point for Creative is that their press is a little bit disjointed, like you touched upon there. Other than that, it's just FG, mate. It's just what they do. It's just what they do. Gets the shot off. Big save by Waddy. First time he's being called into action. Second time in quick succession. Yeah, big double save from that man. Very, very good goalkeeper. We talk about Maguire. Waddy is up there with the best around at the moment. And I tell you what, Bluefin's had a very good game at the back for FG, as much as they have been in control. When he's been called upon, he has been there, much the same as Waddy as well. Ball gets dumped into the box, headed
knocked
down. Bucks does well. Keating tidying him up, but it's going to fall too. The creative frontman puts it away, and 20 minutes left. 20 minutes left.
There's a question mark, April.
There's a danger that they could just anger this FG side, but I mean that looked pretty. Oh no!
When it's not United, when it's not United,
wow.
When it's not United, it is not United.
Clean through on goal, brings it back for a free kick on the halfway line. Wow!
First time. It was first time.
Good knockdown again. They're getting some joy with these knockdowns at the moment, Domino, and all of a sudden, they. Creative have got the opportunity to make us look very, very silly up here, Domino.
Well, do you know what? I always say, in lesser teams, namely any team that I'll ever own or run, when it gets to this, it's panic stations. FG have been in before. They've been in the highest league possible, 8 ball. They're a very, very good outfit, which means I don't think they'd sweat or panic about this. However, it only takes one to change the narrative.
Yeah, 15 minutes left. There's definitely time for another couple of goals. It just depends which way those couple of goals are gonna go. Big tackle there, right in the nick of time by Visit.
Professional foul. He tried a professional foul. I saw
yeah, they're gonna be chomping at the bit for it. Bucks concedes that one. Oh, does he? No, he doesn't. They just get it back anyway. Shot comes. Ooh, and tell you what, Domino, if Creative had if they'd started this way, they'd started the first half like this. Jeez, they'd be in for a shout for the whole 3 points. Instead, it looks like a draw is going to be the best that they can get, and I'm sure they would bite your hand off for it right now. However, 10 minutes left and a rampant FG. Edge of the box, 2 Dilviks. We know that man can strike them. Wooding does well with the block. Good positioning from him, and it spins off for a corner. Goal here for FG, just completely and utterly takes away any possibility.
Yeah.
And almost, as Liam is literally just the last man there, is going to get bundled in. Do you know what, Domino? His whole team just left him. His whole team just left it to pick up the pieces, and FG sent 2 men in there, and fair play. They were hungry for it. They wanted it more, and it's game, set, and match. And it's a shame because I thought that might have been offside. Big tackle
there. The goal has us believing, April, but again, 4 goals, April. You know what I'm going to say.
We're back, baby. We're back.
But every single goal that FG has scored, April, has been the exact same. It's been rinse and repeat, and it's just been sheer pressure.
It really, truly has, yeah.
People in the right position, and oh my good position. But I'll always say, for some constructive criticism, there's always a time and a place for the manual long ball, and when you need to get out very, very quickly, sometime that is not the play. Just palmed it back out to him. Got another stab at this.
Why not?
Back sticks is on. Too challenging.
Good
big header that is.
Taken down nicely by Bluefin, and it goes long. Bit too long, but cleared his lines nonetheless. 2 minutes left. FG to see this one over the line. Try and remain unscathed, or
might be offside.
Potentially add a few more. It is Dean Smith. Big save by Maguire once more. Tell you what, Donald, this might be one of the games where we've had the most shots.
Yeah, I think Maguire's faced the most shots we've seen on the channel.
Yeah, although Waddy's made a few good saves as well. Both sides have been at. Look at this. It's the flying V. The flying V from Creative slides it through to the manager. Davey can't find his strike partner. Sined comes across, clears that out once and for all, and there it is, boys and girls. FG do what they do best. Top of the league for a reason. 4-1, collecting 3 points in this opening game of this Tuesday night stream. Brought to you by us, Pro Clubs Weekly, on behalf of VPG. Good evening to you all. The 825 is an absolute banger. It's an absolute banger, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to leave the team sheets up for you there. Domino, you got the team sheets. Let's go for SAF Prolific. They're the away side tonight, and a team that we haven't seen as often as GMASK, because this team GMASK, for the 5th time in a row, is exactly the same lineup.
Consistency. Well, that's how anyone wins anything in life. Being the small things, being good and being consistent. And GMASK, That is what they are, 8 Ball. They'll pick you off. They will beat you 1-0. They'll score from a corner. They'll keep the same team out. Consistent.
Now, speaking of 1-0s, Domino.
Yeah.
Speaking of 1-0s. Last night, before our game with GMASK,
yeah,
Team GMASK had the audacity to get beat 1-0.
No.
Unbeaten in, what was it, 17, 18 games?
17! Well, it was 17 with that one, so it was 16 games before then.
Yeah, their first loss in 16, I think it was 17 games. Let's go with 17. First loss in 17 games, and I mean, to be fair, if you're going to lose to anyone, one mind. It's what they do in a cheeky 1-0 as well. It does mean that we can't carry on with that stat, which I know everyone loved that stat in the chat. People talk about that stat in the chat. I've got a sneaky suspicion, Domino, because they lost that game, first game yesterday evening.
Yeah.
They played another 3 and won all 3. So I feel like they're angry at the moment and they want to build that statistic back up. And 3 from 3 last night after that defeat. They've gone a very long way to doing that already. But they do face a SAF prolific side in very good form at the moment. 1 loss in their last 12. They beat Familacao in the last round of this Esports Cup, which is what this is. This is not VPG Esports Premier. I know.
The last round being knocking out Fama.
Yeah, the Esports Cup is a complete and utter knockout only. So
yeah, but the last round was a knockout stage. It wasn't a group stage.
The Esports Cup, Domino, is knockout only.
Oh wow, okay. Okay.
So
I got it.
Yeah, they're 3 games from the final, 4 games from glory, but one of these giants has to go. It is 9th place SAF Prolific plays 1st place Team GMASK. I'm not sure if this is a good time to play Team GMASK, Domino, when, yes, they have lost yesterday. Is that going to make them more angry, more hungry, or is that a chance to look at that one mind game where they did lose 1-0 and say, what did they do well? Why did they win? Can we replicate it?
8 Ball. So it'd be a lot of different. It'd be actually a good question if they lost the last game and this was their first game back after it, because then you can question mindset. The best teams, 8 Ball, will brush off a loss and go do what they're doing, and the wheels don't come off. We've seen teams that do fantastically well after 1 loss, confidence, doubt seeps in, and then you start seeing a draw. You start seeing you're losing points where you should be picking up points. But GMASK showed what character they are. They lost a game, came back 3 on the bounce, 1 straight away, and they were playing great teams like Digital 8 Ball. So it was not like they were picking the easy bottom of the barrel game. They're playing decent teams. So I think, GMASK is just showing their character, their willingness to win. But against a prolific team, everyone knows this is cup football, so anything can happen.
Oh yeah, we found that out last night.
Oh my god, 8 Ball, I'm still buzzing about that. But we'll come to that another time, because that was one of my favourite games that I've called. But I would say, coming up against a prolific team with sheer confidence, knock it out. Arguably one of the favourites to win the cup.
Always.
Yep. So they're on a run here. They're the legend killers, giant killers.
Yeah.
And they come up against another giant here. It's just going to be a bit between their teeth, 8 Ball.
Absolutely, yeah. And just a shout out first and foremost to Digital last night, my boys. And secondly to Bagaze versus Soon, which is also happening tonight. Soon. Massive game that. 2 channel favourites. We'd featured both of them on separate weeks. Both of them advanced through and now they play each other. It was unfortunate we couldn't get that one on Domino, but we'll be looking out for that one. Yeah. That is proof that we do not pick these games.
Yeah, well, exactly, 8 Ball. We would have that on.
Yeah.
100%. If anyone's got eyes on it in the chat, can you give us a shout?
Yeah, let us know. SAF Prolific got Sentinel up front tonight. He is their top goal scorer. 15 goals, 6 assists. Previous meeting between these two this season only 3-0 to Team GMASK, Domino.
And obviously SAF will know that 8 Ball, but look at the team that SAF have got out. They've got that man SJ Clay up front. They've got Crimmy on that left hand side, 8 Ball. They have got ballers in that team.
I tell you who's been in great form recently as well as Tuanze at the back. Everett, Cooler, and Zap with Tuanze as well. That back four it's a good test for this Team GMASK side. Put it that way. This ain't happening, is it? Oh, it is. What do I know?
Surprise!
Let's go. It's always a surprise when you get into the game of the game you are playing. Crazy, but that's the standard. Yeah, that's the standard we've set. Right, here we go then. A bit of housekeeping. It is SAF Prolific in the black kit. From right to left, they are the away side tonight. Of course, Team GMASK are from Spain, so potential there for a bit of an advantage. And also the fact that they are very, very good and top of the top leagues. I think advantage as things stand goes with Team GMASK, but it's Esports Cup, and that means anything can happen, Dominic. And it is, of course, Team GMASK in the Real Madrid white, the Lily Whites from left to right. Sorry, Dominic.
And look, we've watched Oh my. Oh,
Everett doesn't want none of that tonight. Absolutely none of that.
You know, Everett's that Sunday league football, right? Where someone's doing the fancy flicks on the side. He's like, right, I'm going to leave a bit off you, son.
Yeah, let him know you're there. First 10 minutes.
Oh.
Raven cuts it out, but Nimmer also cuts it out. And very important for this SAF Prolific side is Nimmer at that base of midfield. Expect him to have to put in a shift tonight with the likes of Yasin et al. Around him. The two strikers for Team GMASK, 29 goals between them this season in 33 games. So, yeah.
Yeah, they got talent everywhere.
Yeah. To say the least.
And what I've noticed, because we've called GMASK, like, again, 4 games in a row, I now watch them style. So, again, you become actually a professional at watching them. Well,
there's nothing professional about us, though, no.
They're absolutely not. But Team GMASK, in the first couple of minutes in an actual game, they don't play out through the back 8 ball. What they do is clear their lines. They look to go route one football just to not get caught. And then when they feel like they can play through, they start playing through. There's a great knockdown.
Yeah, SJ Clay.
So from this position here, 8 ball, it's just long balls. They don't want to get caught in their own danger area, basically. As soon as it goes back to these players, it's a long ball to a long ball to a long ball until they feel confident enough to play through you.
Interesting spot there, Domino. At the moment, the long balls are going side to side, looking for a way to move this SAF Prolific side around. Finally comes into the middle, and it is gobbled up by that man, Nimmer. SJ Clay loses his man nicely. Good turn of pace from him. Cuts it back, gives it to Diddy.
Oh,
Gil.I.M. Tell you what, Gil.I.M. did very, very well to get back at Diddy there, but Valdi, slight rush of blood to the head there. Does give away the corner under not a lot of pressure. Are they going to be able to put the sword to top of the league? No, they're not. Tuanze though. Good header, good attempt over the crossbar of Wakabashai. We start with the goal kick. Going long again, like Domino said. Guto down into the centre midfield position. Rayo looking for his strike partner. Tuanze is there again, and once again Nimmer's there, looking very busy already. Diddy, good feet from him and good move from SAF Prolific. That looks a bit long. Is he going to keep it? No, he's not. No, he's not. EA didn't help him out there either. Did not lock him on. I tell you what, that's a strange throw-in. Barry, good feet from him actually. Looking for that Travella cross. Miller tidies up for SAF Prolific, keeping the pressure on. Nimmer looking for striker's feet, can't find it, but Everett is there. And again, Joan Lukaku gets ahead of his man this time. Back and forth, back and forth. Rayo inside.
Joan Lukaku just doing Joan Lukaku things.
Oh, yeah. Defensive, attacking, it doesn't matter. The man's got it all. Decides to go long with the clearance. Picked up by Sentinel, their top goal scorer. Highest rated player as well, of course. Usually comes hand in hand. Tuanze gives it to Miller. I'm not sure. I think it's just showing for it as a way of drawing some men out, but he got it and immediately gave it back. They did keep it for a little while, but were forced to go long by this Team GMASK side. That's what they do to you. Miller eventually does make amends. Wins it back nicely, and SJ Clay, tell you what, he's looking lively tonight.
Yeah, 8 ball. He's looking like he's winning the 50-50 against his man, and there have been some genuine 50-50s out there. And he's bodied his man once. Oh, that's nice. I don't think he thought he had that.
No. SJ Clay, though, is the danger man for the SAF Prolific side. Miller goes long, just forcing a little bit. Lad there, back there doing the defensive work. Normally he has creative free reign going forward. Interesting to see that SAF Prolific have been able to pull him all the way back into his own box, and that's where, this is normally where he operates, and loses his man as well. Swings it into the back post looking for his gaffer, Joan Lukaku. It is repelled on that right-hand side, but SAF happy to keep it with Kula. Again, going long because they're getting a lot of change in this near side. Exhibit A, SJ Clay takes it down.
He's not Mr. B, 8-ball. Not Mr. B, Mr. SJ Clay at the minute.
Nope. Diddy does well under pressure. Swings it into the back post. Joan Lukaku, again, not slacking on those defensive duties. Diddy heading for the touchline. Oh, does nice. Gives himself half a yard, another yard. Gets it down, does central. Oh, he was one pass away, Domino. One pass away. Valdi does very well, though. Experienced head at the back.
To cut that out, he stood in the perfect middle ground between, if it went over him, he could get the block in, or, again, pitch the ball there. Really, really good experienced player. And that's, some people are going to, like, again, GMASK with their absolutely unbelievable unbeaten run. Again, it's their defence. I wouldn't say underrated, because they're definitely not underrated, but I think it's their biggest strength over their attack, is their resilience, is their positioning.
Which says a lot when their front line has scored 29 goals this season. So,
yeah.
Barry on this far side swings it in, but I guess making up that back line is for sure Wakabashai complementing that back three to make a back four, a complete back four, and as Domino said, a world-class back four as well, and it would go a long way to explaining why they've been so successful this season. But at the moment, SAF Prolific, I wouldn't even say they're holding them to a draw, because it's been dead 50-50. It could go either way. If anything, I'd say SAF have maybe had the better of the field position, maybe the half chances. And I tell you what, Domino, obviously, like you said, we've watched a lot of Team GMASK in the last 5 streams now, 4.5 streams now. I can't remember a team stretching this Team GMASK side as much as SAF Prolific have been able to in this first half.
No, you're not wrong, April. I'm trying to think here. With the 4 games we've had on, I know 2 of them, GMASK have won out scoring goals. The other 2, do you know GMASK have been on 4 times without conceding a goal each time?
Yep, 4 clean sheets. 4-0, 2-0, 1-0, 1-0.
I haven't seen them concede a goal, which is why I say the positioning of this team, they allow the attackers to go and do what they want and flourish up top, because they've got solid foundation at the back. And it's very hard, as you can tell, to break through this team when they've got players that can hurt you. I mean, people like SJ Clay that are going to pick up the ball. The only thing I would say, for a SAF point of view, SJ Clay's picking up the ball too deep for me. He can hurt you when he's running at goal. Obviously, he's doing great work with his back to goal. That's a really good idea. But I think if you get him on that half-turn 8-ball where he can make a snapshot or take on a man, that's when he's at his most dangerous. And he's allowed to run near 8-ball.
I agree. And they're favouriting aiming for his head at the moment. I do believe that was one of Zap's first touches of the game, if not first touch. The goalkeeper for SAF Prolific. It just shows how good they've been as well defensively, and to be fair, everywhere really, because as long as they've got the ball, GMASK can't score. And I am obviously of the same opinion. As long as you don't have the ball, you can't score. So blast it into the stands at the cost of a corner. What have SAF Prolific got from here? Beating them at their own game? Absolutely not. And it's been picked up by Gyro on this left-hand side. One of 2 of those deadly strike force for Team GMASK. Lattice Jr. Bag of tricks on that far side now. Showing his feet. Raven into Yasin. Looks for his skipper over the top. Raven wins it back though. Here is Yasin to Gyro. Loses out to Barry. He's having a good game. Good feet from him. Cuts back nicely. Nimmer to Miller. Good feet to Diddy. Nimmer gives it a second chance over the top. And don't forget, Domino and those of you at home, we do need a winner after 90 minutes. If there is no winner, it will be extra time. And if there is no winner, well, you know what comes after that. Rock, paper, scissors.
I love it, April. I love it. At least we get to see someone score against GMASK. Oh my God, we might see it here.
That is, wow, offside. But I tell you what, that ball through and that run from Sentinel, that's why he is their danger man, Domino. And yeah, I think GMASK have been involved in a lot of close games that we've seen, but I think SAF Prolific at the moment, considering GMASK are at home as well, I think SAF are maybe win the award for putting Team GMASK under the most pressure. And that tells you how good Team GMASK have been, if that's basically the best award you can get at the moment from playing them. So
you gave them a game. Well done, you.
Yeah, well done. You didn't get rolled over. Well done.
It's a good stat, Abel, and I would put it in a trophy cabinet. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He dropped deep, Abel, and then span his man. Communication on point. And it's this man. This is where you want to see him, Abel. That's the position you want to see him.
Breaking into the box is the SAF Prolific captain, Crimmy, on that left-hand side. Doesn't get anything out of it, though, which is unlike him. Usually good end product from that man. Yasin gives it to Raven. Worryingly, they're looking a bit more dangerous now into the back post. And Cooler, fantastic work from him. He's had a fantastic season this season, not just game. Every time we've seen him, he's been brilliant. And tell you what, Domino, he's pinched that off the head of Joan Lukaku, and I had a sneaky suspicion he was going to finish that there. Yeah,
it was not the person that he pinned the defender down, but it was the oncoming defender that's running in. We got Rayo here.
Yeah, back sticks to Lattice Jr. Oh, fires it home, takes it down on the chest. No mistake from that man. Rayo doing all the hard work, and Lattice Jr. strokes it into the back of the net. 1-0 to Team GMASK, form of champions, Domino.
That is the most GMASK thing I've seen.
Oh yeah, that's what they do. SJ Clay wins it back though. Looking for the overlap from Barry. Miller swings it in, a bit of space, but Gilliam gets rid of it. It's going to keep coming back to them though. 15 minutes. This is cup football, ladies and gentlemen. Expect the kitchen sink anytime now. Miller, edge of the box, chooses not to. And Barry's got loads of space. Big save. Wow,
come back to him, mate.
What a finish that is. Unconventional, yes. Did it work? Absolutely, yes. Barry on the rebound from his own shot. Diving header from 8 yards. And ties this game up almost instantly.
And Abel, what do I know about this game mode? Because what I was saying is they keep putting cross in the box, but this GMASK team, they are too good position, organisation to pick a gap in that long ball over the top. And it fell to him. The shot was, I wouldn't say average, but it was savable. It was just the animation. Palmed it back to him. The diving header.
I didn't like that, yeah. I did not like that one.
And the diving header, fantastic. And we have got a game on. GMASK on this channel are human. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought it indeed. First goal conceded in 4 and a bit games on the channel. Gyro there. Their top goal scorer, 16 goals this season. No goals so far this evening. Just the one from Lattice Jr. And here is the goal scorer. Gets the wrong side of the man. Sends him for a Twix. Back sticks is on. Finds his skipper. Big block coming across. I'm not sure who that was. Might have been Nimmer. I'll give him the credit for it regardless.
Unbelievable stuff there, April.
Yeah, great block in the nick of time as well. It's the second time Joan Lukaku's had it plucked off his head, and he was inches away. Gyro sends a man for a Twix. I don't think that's where they wanted to put it, but they're going to keep it. Yasin, edge of the box, man at the back post. Huanze just about gets his head to it. Diddy back there doing his defensive duties well. Goes long? Question mark. There are 2 players back there. Miller wins that important first header though. The ball through.
Lukaku, look at that. He does what he wants.
Yeah, cut that angle out perfectly. It looked surefire that it was going to be 2v1 on the back at the back there, but Joan Lukaku take a bow, and this game has opened up. I don't think either of them want extra time here. They want to put this game to bed, and they're doing everything they can, and it's just
like they want to as well,
just now. They got stuff to do. Cooler, one last chance maybe down the line. Barry, the goal scorer, gets muscled out of it, and it is going to be 30 more virtual minutes of this, whether you like it or not.
We're staying here, April. We're staying here. April, second half sprang into life. GMASK doing GMASK things, under the cosh, getting the goal, and a well-worked goal. They have, again, April, GMASK have limited chances, but they take their chances, where Saf have had a good position, just not got into any dangerous positions. That goal there would have given them confidence, April. And yeah, extra time, it's anyone's now. It's an absolute coin toss at the minute.
Yeah, absolutely spot on. And just making sure the 8:45, which was 3 minutes ago, doesn't kick off without us. Yeah, it might be an issue. Might be an issue.
Is it kicking off?
I don't know. I've told them not to. I've asked them politely, Domino. That's all we can. That's all we can do.
No one listens to you.
We'll keep people posted. What? Right, here we go then. Extra time, and if they can't separate each other at extra time, it will be penalties.
Battle Royale.
Well, rock paper scissors. Either one. I'm here for it. To be fair, these two teams could make a game of rock paper scissors look good. So, am I wrong?
No, absolutely not.
I would tune in for that.
I'd stream it.
11v11s. Rock, paper, scissors, go. Best of 11. Right. Rayo picks up. Gives it to Yasin. Edge of the box. He's going to fancy his chances. I tell you what. That is a man you don't want to give time and space to on the edge of the box. He has got a venomous strike on him. Wins his team a corner. And yeah, you don't want Team GMASK taking corners.
Well cut out though.
Yeah.
And they've got players streaming forward.
They do, as per usual. Christos back there doing his defensive duties. We've got all the Altay boys in the chat right now. Altay, yes. As soon as we are done with this game, we will be going over to you guys. Hopefully you can see the pendant in the background.
Is that were they nice messages, do you think?
They're probably not nice messages though.
There's some love heart tables, so do not worry, there's some love hearts there.
Well, it's Erdin, of course we're getting love hearts from him.
Yeah, what a guy. What a guy. Told you we should wear our tops.
To be honest, oh, bad shout. I was going to say, if you want to go and get changed now, but I don't want you to miss any of the action. Or get changed on camera.
No. I will do both at the same time. 8-ball, there is a lag out. There is a lag out for GMASK on this right-hand side.
Oh, it's Ladis, the goal scorer.
Oh, no, 8-ball.
Oh, no. Are we going to see a bot? Oh, no.
Oh, my.
I was going to say, are we going to see a bot take penalties? We might not even get there. Wow.
Could you tell me why he didn't shoot in that position?
I don't think he was expecting the goalkeeper not to come for it. And to be honest, it's one of those things, Dom, if it comes off, you look like a genius.
Yeah.
However, it did not come off. And they are technically a man down with this lag out. He is on that right side now. Look at how much space Crimmy's got. They do look for him. And this is going to be what...
You've got Clay as well. That's what you need to do, 8-ball. That's going to be the sole tactic in this half. Obviously, all the players would recognise it. This side, you need to attack.
Pin that man, that bot on this near side is what they need to do. I think Team GMASK will just be a little bit wary of that as well.
It's controversial, 8-ball, but I think a lag out is worse than a red card.
Yeah, they just get in the way. Oh, Diddy loses the ball high up, gives it to the bot. Gyro takes that shot. Zap more than happy to come and collect that, and that sees us through to the half time, the most pointless 40 seconds of your whole entire existence.
Oh, here we go. This is the only reason I don't want to watch penalties with you.
It's so pointless. It's so. What do we do? Who needs this break, Domino? What could you do in 40 seconds?
I need a break. I'm writing stuff down.
I am a good presenter. I do know ball. But yeah, it's just more time that we need to make Altay and Fenerbahce wait. It's not cool. It's not big and it's not clever. So I'm just going to send you back onto the other screen now. Because I don't have anything to say after watching 15 virtual minutes, Domino. It's approximately 2 minutes of virtual football. Funnily enough, I don't have anything to say. Stupid game. Right. Last virtual 15 minutes. 2 minutes of your time. GMASK. Top of the league, GMASK.
With the lag out, you would expect SAF to be on top in that half.
Yeah, absolutely.
It wasn't. It was all GMASK, absolutely all GMASK.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is GMASK in that Real Madrid kit, the white kit, traditional white kit for them. SAF Prolific with their tails up, surely in all black, ready to spoil the party. Unless Christos over the top looking for João Lukaku. Expect them to be coming down this near side. Although imagine the bot pops up. Hey, Gyro pops up instead. Zap chooses.
Rayo was hot on that able.
Oh,
Absolute striker instinct, hot on that rebound.
Expect nothing less from that man.
Yeah, keeper hang on to it very, very well. But again, GMASK here, April, showing that they're the top dogs, and again, countless pressure from them at the minute.
They don't seem too disheartened. However, in the backs of wow, Rayo wins it up high up, gives it to his strike partner Gyro. Man in there at the last second. I don't know who it was, but that's a massive tackle. So whoever that is, take a bow. If his name pops up, I'll let you know, because that's a huge tackle right in the nick of time. Rayo and
Wave just keeps coming back at them, keeps coming back at them.
Yeah, it's not really how we thought this second half would go given the lag out, but that's Team GMASK in a nutshell. They are just as good with 10 men. However, they may need their bot to take a penalty.
Oh wow, I did not even think about that, Abel.
Yeah.
Did not even think about that.
Long ball over to João Lukaku. Cooler
He's in the top 5, Abel. He is in the top 5. There's no two ways about it.
All right, here we go then. Last couple of minutes. It goes down the line. Oh, I tell you what, Domino, my depth perception there was all off because I thought he was in and he had a man over as well. I surely wasn't the only one.
Chance. Yeah, this is the last
chance. Saloon, this is. Is there drama or are we going to penalties?
And we are going pens, April.
It's gonna be pens, isn't it, Barry? I think
unless they can win it here.
I think you just accept. Yeah, I think you just accept penalties.
You just go down the line, down the line. That's all you've got to do.
There it goes, as we suspected. Didn't like that. Right. Didn't like that. Right, here we go. Penalties again. Who's it gonna be first? It's gonna be Team GMASK up first. Here we go. Instantly saved by Zap. SAF Prolific with their noses in front after the first penalty. Here we go. No bots yet. Oh, it's another save by Zap. He's chosen correctly twice in a row. Chance to go 2 up.
Oh
no.
my, held your nerve. João Lukaku does not miss penalties, I'll tell you that now for a fact.
No, not that man. Not that man. Here we go. To restore the lead for SAF Prolific, puts that away. Yeah, Diddy side netting.
Oh my.
Number 66. What's he got in the locker? Oh, it's another save!
It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. And it's really stepping up. The pressure penalty, the pressure man.
He loves it. He loves it. Krimi sending his team into the quarterfinals. But tell you what, Domino, the spotlight has to be on the man in between the sticks. Zap take a bow, 3 saves out of 4. That's incredible stuff. That is incredible stuff. I don't think we've ever seen that before.
Take your man of the match, take your hero status, and go into the next game, sir. You have just pulled your team through that penalty shootout. Unbelievable. Intuition. Guess the right way on 3. 8-ball. Big player, big game, big saves.
Big moment as well, because we've just gone for 120 minutes and there's been absolutely nothing to separate them. And then Zap literally just steps up and says, "Hold my beer. I'll get us over that." Because he didn't have all that much to do during the game. So it's good that a goalkeeper has that opportunity to kind of step up and be the hero. And boy, did he take his chance, because there was nothing wrong with any of those penalties either, by the way.
Unbelievable stuff. 8-ball, I don't know how you calm down for that. And especially when it just pops up on my screen, the game that we've got next.
Whew. Right, no rest for the wicked. Let me just let everyone know that we are ready to go.
Altay boys are all in the chat, 8-ball, giving us the love hearts, and I'm guessing saying things of praise.
I hope so, because I just gave him love hearts myself.
Okay.
Maybe they can confirm that Altay are not showing up to this game with 10 men, as it suggests in the team sheets. But they've got the usual suspects, Domino. Zanaris up front, their top goal scorer this season. 9 goals for him so far. He's partnered up front by Don Usal, who normally plays cam. Obviously, can play striker as well, but interesting to see them move him up the field. And Jesper as well, who is tonight's cameraman, so thank you very much. He is their highest rated. Normally plays centre-back as well, so I'm not sure if he's not been playing centre-back this season or has been playing centre-back this season, but it's just playing CDM tonight. But he is their highest rated player. And Domino, this Fenerbahce team speaks for itself, so there's not too much I need to say. But interestingly, it looks like Luke 44, one of my favourite wide midfielders, is playing in central midfield tonight.
Good players can play anywhere, but yeah, he's an unbelievable wide player, April. But if you look who they've got in the wings, well, Fruit. And they got Fruit's unbelievable, mate. Apan and Emre up top as well. What a team. And then Altay have got the B-Tech Sparta in goal.
Right.
Big man Middleton, how are we doing, son? Right, April, I am excited. Do us the honours, April.
We're good to go. It is Altay in this red Bayern Munich kit from right to left, and it is Fenerbahce in their traditional yellow and blue. Left to right. Fenerbahce 14th, Altay 21st.
Wow.
Both of these teams, Domino, have the highest amount of draws in the league. So, not to dampen anyone's spirits.
I could do a 4-4, April. It's fine. I can do a 4-4 draw.
Yeah.
Well done. Very
Altay, yeah. Altay tidying up nicely there. It needed to be done because Fener were sniffing around. Farouk over on that far side. Loves Jinx is a man who has been in sensational form this season. Edge of the box, goes for it. Big save, big save by Middleton. Expect that man to show us what he's made of tonight. Very good player, as much as it pains me to admit. Headed down by Phenomenal though. Big save again by Middleton, who is wearing the same colour kit, helpfully. That's a very Middleton thing to do.
Either his character or him in person just shouting at his team. Someone needs to get close to close down that second ball. He shouldn't have had to deal with it, but he has done it. And yeah, it's an early glove for this Fenerbahce team. But April, the stats where Altay currently are sitting in the table at the minute is different. We know how good quality this team is. We know the players they've got in there. They'll be disappointed where they're sitting at the minute and looking to right the wrong with half the season left. Yeah,
and I think, to be fair, not to tar them all with the same brush, but Fenerbahce will be the same as well. Ball over the top here. Yeah. Jordan takes it under a spell, cuts back inside, swings it into that back post, but is repelled. Although back it comes in the form of that long ball into the channel, won't get it down. Yeah, 12 points off the top 8 for Fenerbahce, and 8 points from safety. Let's say safety. Safety being 18th place for Altay. So, yeah, you might have to talk me through that one. So, I think two teams definitely looking up. However, Fenerbahce unbeaten in 5. So, again, looking up for a reason. Altay, though, and again, Altay boys in the chat won't thank me for saying this, 1 win in their last 11 games. So, unfortunately, they found themselves in a bit of a relegation scrap at the moment. But what a perfect time this would be to set those wrongs right and get them moving up the table. Because, like you said, Domino, they do not belong down that bottom end of the table.
Oh, 8 ball. I don't know what the animation was there, but it felt to him like she had the shot. Great work by the defender there, not switching off. But this Fenerbahce team is coming at you quick and fast, April. Another great bit of defending. And it's just end stuff at the minute.
I like it.
Oh my, that's unbelievable.
Clever player. Slides it through to Jordan. Cuts back. Keeps the ball nicely. Back six is on. Here we go. Heads it down. NBA player gets taken down. And that is going to be a penalty kick. Stonewaller, Domino. Stonewaller.
April, is that a professional foul in the box? That's not the idea of a professional foul.
Here he is, Zanaris finds the side net. We've just seen a bunch of penalties, and that was up there with one of the best. finds its way into the back of the net for 21st place Altay, and they find their way into the lead early doors against a Fenerbahce side, away from home as well, Domino.
8-ball, you trust your keeper in that position. I mean,
oh my!
Middleton, I think it's offside.
It doesn't matter. That's a big statement. That's a big statement. That's a huge save.
But 8-ball, let's be honest about that goal. We've seen some absolute bangers on the channel, but the play to get that penalty was something on a different level.
Yeah, Don Unsal.
Still to cut in, dancing inside, the ball over top, think it's header it, knock it down to strike partner. It was excellent. Yeah, unbelievable stuff for these boys at Altay, and they look up for 8-ball. They definitely
do 100%, and that goal's just done wonders for them as well. Don Unsal just running things in this. He's dropping deep, and he's at the near post here. If they can get it to him, I think the centre back read it, so he delayed that pass in there. But again, all positive stuff so far for Altay. Not only their goal ahead, they're looking good, and also their goalkeeper's already made 2-3 world-class saves. So all across the pitch, everything is looking good. Fenerbahce, on the other hand, they have got to play themselves into this game at the moment. It looks like they're trying to do that. I guess balls stabbed into the midfield like that don't particularly help. They just need to, get players like Love Jinx on the ball, like Epan, get them doing what they do best. Look at the feet from Loves Jinx. Array on this overlap. Farouk Bike, edge of the box, gives it to Kem, to Fernandez, cuts back. It's got to go. Piet does, Piet does really well in the end, and Unsal is more than happy to drop short and keep possession. Teasing him, Domino, tempting him with that one. Yeah, but Altay, I was going to say, more than happy to keep the ball. They go long, and if they get the knockdown here, which they do, he's through on goal, onside as well. Don Unsal, what are you doing, son? Put it away. Put it away.
But I tell you what, that's the difference in that other goal, Abel. The other goal there, the player did not trust his keeper to make the save. In that there, he trusted the keeper one-on-one, and he cut out the square pass. So there's two different to play. They probably learned from the mistake there, Abel. Really well done.
It was good defending in the end of the day. And again, it's one of those things, if it comes off, you look like a genius. If it doesn't, fair enough. Learn from it. But a massive, massive chance. Domino to take a 2-goal lead. And here we go. Back sticks is on. It's Luke 44. It's not going to count, though, because the linesman had his flag up. Just a little bit of a warning sign.
Middleton just moved all the way to the other side of the goal and just showed a bit. Shuffled it. Like, there you go. There you go.
Guy thinks he's a matador. Here he is. Here is El Matador. Pings it out to this far side. Knockdown is taken back over by Fener. Epan just running into traffic there. Does win it back though. Farouk Bike cutting in narrow from... Tell you what, he's going to go for it as well. Big save from Middleton, and they don't get the rebound as well. Very, very fortuitous with the rebound. Fell to a red shirt, and Altay are more than happy for that ball to go off, and more than happy to go in at half-time. The audacity to take that shot, Domino, but the audacity to make that save.
Yeah, Abel, the flick up, and I saw it dropping. No one's there to close him. If you're not taking the shot, you shouldn't be playing this game, Abel. You can hit that all day long. Beautiful stuff, beautiful save. 1-0 to Altay going in at half-time. 8-ball deserved or not?
What a good half of football, by the way. Both sides. I really like that. Like you said, Dom, end-to-end stuff and just some good positive intent. And I really do like that. Deserved, yes. For me, yes. Yeah. I think Altay have looked the better side in this first half. Which, I mean, again, no hate, but we can only really go from what we've seen this season. And Fenerbahce have looked good. And from previous seasons, Fenerbahce have looked really good. It's 14 plays 21st, so if you go by the league, of course you would expect Fener to come into this at home as well. Slight favourites, but Altay have ripped the rule book up. It's a proper derby, Domino, and they've turned up for a derby, and if they can get all 3 points here, there's no reason why they can't look back at this game and say, do you know what, this was the catalyst for us kickstarting the rest of our season and getting ourselves out of a relegation scrap and trying to fight for mid-table at the very least, this Altay side.
Yeah, 8-ball. Fenerbahce is just drifting in and out of mid-table, and they have been all season.
Yeah,
they're waiting for a linchpin. They're waiting for ignition spark to get themselves up there. But I absolutely understand that. Now this Altay team have gone a long time without that W, a long time without 3 points.
Yeah.
This is going to be very, very precious to hang on. And what I don't want them to do, April, is start being negative. Getting to the 60th minute.
The temptation's there, isn't it?
Could we hold it?
Yeah.
What they need to do is go out and fight 5 with 5 because they're doing fantastically well at it. But it's harder said than done when you've got players dancing. Get out!
Yeah, absolutely get it out. Absolutely get it out. We've seen a lot of, I'm going to call them rugby rucks, scrappy goals where they do just bulldozer their way through. So I think getting it out there in the nick of time was the best option. And it suits them at the moment because they've still got the ball and they're on the attack themselves. Tax-free gives it back to NBA player, the man who was taken down for that penalty in the first half. Carroll, our cameraman for this evening, loses out. Fener pick it up in their own half. Jinx to Farouk, who might well get on his bike. NBA player though is there, stops it, gets himself in 6 and 7s. Fair play. I think it didn't help that Farouk bike read what he was going to do. I think he was shocked by that.
It's not, I'll take it out. It's fine. Oh, don't
yeah, wins it high up though, and it gives it to Don Unsal, who's had a fantastic game so far. Wins it back nicely. Good feet from him. Men on this right-hand side. Slides it through to Tax-free. Gets the power shot. Did that hit the post, Domino? I think it may have skimmed the post. Skimmed the post onto the stanchion. 1-0 it remains. The away side looking to double their league and looking the more likely to score next, which Fenerbahce will not want to hear from my mouth, but I'm gonna say it anyway because there's too many Altay boys in the chat.
What, April? I think they're getting a lot of joy on the press here, a lot of joy, and I think that might be one of their best forms of defence here, April, is keep that press going and keep them penned in and stop this. I mean, when they play through it, this is what happens.
Yeah. Oh, just back your defence because they're in fantastic form, Dom. That's another great tackle. And over the top, they've looked so dangerous as well. He is onside. Don Unsal, the man at the back post, if he can get his head up. Phenomenal did a good number on him there, though. Good work from that man. And again, they've just got... They're committing men forward. That's what I like about this Altay side tonight is they're not scared to get men forward. And like you said, you didn't want to see them... Ball into the box by Don Unsal, put away by AKG, and it's 2-0. What a big, big goal that is for this Altay side. Not out of the blue by any stretch of the imagination, but again, Don Unsal just finds space and finds a bit of magic, finds the man in the box, and he makes no mistake from 6 yards, bullets that header past the goalkeeper, doubles the lead. Domino, what can Fener do about this Altay steam train?
And this is not Altay coming in with any red hot form, April. We've read the stats out. People know this is an Altay team coming in low confidence, should I say? Well, that's what you say on paper.
Yeah,
but look at them here, April, taking their men on the middle of the park, not afraid to take new players, not afraid to take the ball in risky positions and put their foot on it. This is the Altay team that should not sit 22nd. No. Someone needs to tell me what happened to them.
For the first time tonight, they've not been able to beat that offside trap. They've looked very, very good, holding their runs. And again, when you've got players like Zenaris and Don Unsal, just high IQ players, Domino, they're really doing a number. Look at them. They know when to press. They know when to challenge for the ball. And I think Fener have really struggled with that tonight. It's been an absolute onslaught by this team in red. And again, Piet's had a fantastic game. The amount of times he's won the ball back for his side. And again, committing men forward. They've got so many men forward here. I love to see it. This is what we want to see. Near post is on Don Unsal.
Well done.
I mean, if he gets himself a goal tonight, Dominic, it's going to be very, very well deserved. That's all that man's missing from his performance tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what Don Unsal is getting, April, is his name's going to the back of my shirt. I've decided now.
Ball over the top. Man caught just... yeah, he's going to keep it on.
He's labouring, April. He is slow. He is slowing down.
Zenaris keeps it in. Roulette's his way through, though. Edge of the box to Don Unsal. Loves Jinx back there helping out. But again, that press is relentless and they win. Fair play. They don't win the ball back, but they stop that Fenerbahce possible counter-attack. And yeah, all over the park. Altay the better side here, Domino. All over the park.
Yeah, there's not an area that they've been weak at ball. They've been dominant on the wing positions and their field position.
Oh, Donu Sal again.
In their pressing. Donu Sal's got something between his teeth. I don't know what. I don't know who done something to anger him, but whatever they did, it should not be. Fenerbahce here, April. Great blocking, get it. Or like
Canceline,
all over the pitch.
good block.
Even to blocking, even to the saving from the keeper abilities, April. It's all over the park. Yeah, you said it correctly there. And that should be the keepers there.
They're going to head home. They've got less than 10 minutes, Domino, to get something out of this game. Surely a draw is all they could really wish for as Unsal again.
And I would say, April, you can obviously see they've got to be 22nd for a reason, April. And if Fenerbahce do get a goal, the doubts creep in.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there's a little bit of nerves creep in. So Fenerbahce can hurt you at any time. Like I said, April, class, quality is... Man, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Class is permanent, quality is something, but...
Form is temporary, class is permanent, is what Domino's trying to say, and that is where this Altay side fit in. I think Fenerbahce, having spoken to a few of the boys this season, I'm not sure where they think things are going wrong, and to be quite frank, I don't know either. Farouk Bite again, Middleton makes the save. A bit more routine than that shot earlier on, but a save nonetheless. Free header though, fine. Powers it home, does phenomenal, and here we go. Are the creeps gonna settle in, Domino?
Quality is permanent and something is something. Let's go.
It's been one of those games. It has been one of those games. Now, what do this Altay side have? Don't forget, Domino, these two are the two sides in the league with the most draws. The two teams in the league with the joint most draws are currently playing this out in the 91st minute.
It is a corner ball. It is a corner ball. He's going short, Abel. He's going short. No one's following in. He's gone short, Abel.
He's going to run it out, and that is all she wrote for Altay. They do manage to get through unscathed. Massive 3 points. The chat are absolutely loving it as well. Congratulations to Altay. Commiserations to Fenerbahce. The derby game, and again, it was played like a derby game, Domino. End-to-end stuff. Two teams coming out the blocks on fire, looking for 3 points. I think when you get two teams, one in a derby and two who have drawn that many times in one season, that's why you get two teams who want to go out there and win. And I was just saying, just before they scored, Fenerbahce, I do genuinely think they'll have a bit of a Stewart's inquiry about what's gone on this season, because I wouldn't say they've changed that much from last season or the season before, when they've, you know, they're former champions, they're constantly finishing at the top of the table. There needs to be an inquiry, because something's got to change.
Oh, there's got to be able, and Fenerbahce are always a team that are striving to be in and around the top floor, or maybe winning the league. Like that's their expectation, that's their ambition. They're never a team to, shall we creep into the top half of the table? Are we going to avoid relegation? Even to this point on, it'll be a failure of a season for them, because it's not where they want to be. And I don't know what it is, team chemistry, maybe teams getting stronger and Fenerbahce not improving. It's a hard one, Abel, but what they've done hasn't translated onto the pitch for them, and the results are showing, and it's got to be something within the camp that they might need to change. But they're a good group of guys, mate, and they can bring it back. It just might be one of those seasons, Abel.
It's a bit similar to, again, sorry to drag Digital back into this, Domino, but again, they do fit the bill of a side that has remained largely unchanged season to season and just not getting the results. I mean, the difference here, I think, is Fenerbahce. I don't think they actually deserved anything out of that game, because Altay were so good at the end of the day. But I think this is where you find the real characters of pro clubs, especially pro clubs at this top level, is if you see those teams start to disband, that suggests to me like they're not taking an inward look and saying, do you know what, it's not the team, it's not the colours we're playing under, it's not the banner we're playing under, it's us as individuals. So actually, let's do something about it. And with those teams this season, because the VPG Esports Premier is only getting harder and harder. So, you know, again, when teams like Fener are 14th and Digital are 20-something, it shows you how much quality is in this league. And I do hope, for the sake of clubs, I do hope they stick together, and I really do hope they take it on the chin, because that is going to make this league so much stronger, because you've got the teams at the moment who are filling in those spaces that are left by those big hitters that we speak about. You know, the likes of For the Win, Regnum are up there, Rote are up there, second place Rote. They're filling in these gaps. Fluminense new this season, Empire, Class are up there as well. You know, these are the teams that are filling in that kind of sacred top 8, top 10, top 12. And then you've got teams dropping out like FG, Fener, Digital, Altay, who we've just seen as well. Thunder are down there, Galatasaray, SV. You can't physically get all of them into that top 8. So something's got to give. And that's why I do hope that these teams who have fallen out really, really do take a look at themselves, rather than saying, okay, well, how about 2 of us go here, 3 of us go here, and then another 8 will create a brand new team, and we'll go from there. Because I don't think that's the answer, if I'm totally honest, because they've got teams and players who have been there, done it, worn the t-shirt, and like I said, it's only going to be good. It's only going to be good for the club sphere. So, right.
No, not wrong, April. Not wrong.
Thank you for confirming. Right, last game of the night of this Tuesday night, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening, supporting VPG, and of course us Pro Clubs Weekly on behalf of VPG. Make sure you are subscribed to both of these channels. Do that before you go this evening. And before we go this evening, just the small matter of game number 4, the last game of the evening, the Spain derby, Domino.
We just derby's all. It's really derby day, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's derby
it really
day.
is. Yeah, we should have worked that into the title somewhere. Ultra Instinct versus Drift Esports. Ultra Instinct, Domino, have that fantastic start to the season. The first 2 weeks they were in second place.
Yeah.
It's not gone well since then. It's not gone well since then, Domino. 12th now in the league. 13th in the league.
Yeah.
1 win in 11. I don't want to say it, because I don't like bringing negativity, but the people need to know the stats. They need to know the tail of the tape.
Yeah, of course.
Ultra Instinct, 1 win in 11. They finished 12th the last season they played, which was season 10. They're currently 13th. Knowing what I know about this Ultra Instinct side and the boys in that Ultra Instinct side, they're not going to be happy if they simply just beat last season's finish.
No.
And the fact that they were second after week 2, I think is... you'd almost be the other way. You'd almost be 13th in week 2 and then go up to second, just because it gives you that momentum, you know. And unfortunately, momentum works in both ways, and now they're getting the negative effect of that and slipping down the table. So this is a good chance in front of us as well, of course, to put that right tonight, Domino. And I think they'll be really, really up for this, especially with a home tie against a Spanish rival. I really do think they'll be up for this, Domino.
Well, yeah, if you look at your games throughout the seasons, you're right, okay, who are we playing, who are at home, where are our 3 points, where's going to get us up the lift? They would look at Drift Esports, and no shame to Drift Esports, they'll be like, there are 3 points. At home, to a team similar level to us, that we think we can beat, that's 3 points for us. On away fixture, maybe goes the other way, but at home, absolutely. And exactly said, no teammate that sits around in this esports prem are there to just take part. They're obviously one of the highest competitive teams in their own divisions, in their own national leagues, hence why you play in this grand tournament of the best versus the best. So they're all out and out winners. You're not happy if you're Altay sitting 21st, you're not happy if you're Ultra Instinct sitting 13th. Everyone wants to go for the top, but tables form and you've got to make do with what you've got. Ultra Instinct now are mid-table. The best that they can do is probably push for the top 6. Well, so that's what they've got to do.
They are 10 points off that magic top 8 that we speak about, and you know what? In this league, 10 points, 3 wins and a draw. You can get that in a night in some rescheduled nights. So I think it's very important to take one game at a time, of course, but always be looking up in this league as well. The second you start looking down, then yeah, it does get a bit tricky. And obviously, again, with Ultra Instinct, 1 win in 11, there is that temptation to start looking down. They are 3 points ahead of Drift, so despite there being 4 places difference in the league, just 3 points ahead. They do have 2 games in hand though, so Drift, if they want to close that gap, they want to start tonight with taking 3 points off of a rival and closing that distance. Absolutely. And Drift, again, a bit like Ultra Instinct, probably won't like me saying this, but we need the tail of the tape. In their last 11 games, Domino, 2 wins. So between them, they've got 3 wins in 22 games. Luckily for us tonight, something has to give. So,
well, 8 ball. Just so we can tell the fans things. Last game we had on the channel was 20 versus where we're Fenerbahce. 40. Mate, what a game that was. We've had the 2 top teams on the channel with the most boring 8 ball. It was a boring 1-0 win. I'm not going to call it as it is. Now we've got here, these are the games you want to see 8 ball. Rival teams going at it, not where it's a chess match. Yeah. I'm here now at the middle of the season. I love chess matches. I'm currently got the brain space for some absolute chaos, so bring me the absolute chaos.
Does this mean you don't want me to tell you that in those 11 games, Drift Esports have only scored 4 goals?
It's different, April. Don't worry about it. That's past, April. I don't want you to bring up the tail of the tape. No one
That's the tail of the tape done and dusted. We won't go back to it. Drift 13th last season, season 10. Ultra Instinct 12th that season 10. So again, they're rivals, whether they like it or not just because they're both from Spain, #lazy journalism. We know what we're talking about, regardless of what people say in the comments. Ultra Instinct have already won this fixture this season, 1-0 earlier in the league. That would have been away from home as well. So Ultra Instinct go into this slight favourites, and with the history, Drift Esports they'll want retribution here, Domino.
Oh, of course, April. You always know when a team's got the 1-up over you, or a higher league place, or beat you in the last round. Yeah, you'd want to get that back.
That's it. Right. We have got Ultra Instinct in the white from left to right, attacking this goal to the right-hand side via this man on the left-hand side, although Kimmy Season's there. Season, a channel favourite. And there's another channel favourite for you there, Domino. Hamerovic, the Hammer.
Yeah, why don't we talk about him enough?
They're too busy telling about the tail of the tape. Get depression. Yeah, it's November after all. It's snowing over here in England, so depression has finally set in.
This game kicked off 5 minutes too early, April.
There's only one thing. There's only one thing that can save us, Domino, and that is goals.
There's only the one thing that can warm us up, April. It's freezing.
I love goals. Just finished off, Drift Esports are in the blue and yellow kit from right to left with their main man Arjon, highest rated, 10 goals in 26 games this season for that man, so watch out for him. He's got the light purple cursor. Kefsil gives it to the danger man Arjon. Good block by the Hammer. He got taken down. Is that going to be a penalty? Yes, it is going to be a penalty. Clipped his heels under no pressure whatsoever, and an early chance to break the deadlock.
Oh, I love the keeper. Look at him psych him out. The keeper's going to stay in the middle, April.
It's
Arjon. I'll tell you that now.
Here it is. It's Arjon to put his side 1-0 up, and he does so, Domino. 1-0 to Drift Esports. Domino called it straight down the middle. It's like we know what we're doing sometimes.
I mean, to be fair, I had 1 in 3 chances. I'll take those odds.
Yeah, we just wouldn't have said anything if you got it wrong.
But yeah, April, it's an absolute gift for Drift there.
It was, yeah.
there was no, again, real winner in this game at the minute. It was very much 50-50. Early side, he just waddled his way in April. It was cut out very nicely, and I don't really know when the foul came in, but he did hit the deck. I'm not going to say there wasn't one, but yeah, gift from the gods there. Drifter 1-0 up, and it's going to change the dynamic of this game, especially for the Ultra side.
When you're down on your luck, Domino, sometimes you have to be in it to win it, and they'd work the ball nicely to that edge of the box. But yeah, Ultra Instinct will ultimately be disappointed with the way that they conceded, but they've got a lot of time to do something about it. I say if you're going to concede, it might as well be early on, because then you can adjust accordingly. And now they know they don't have to sit back in. They need to come out if they want anything out of this game. And boy, do they need it. Not Alvarez. We know all about this man. Just runs out of room on this near side for Ultra Instinct, who are a goal down early on against their Spanish rivals. Drift Esports playing in blue. Varley into Trasgu. Cut out nicely though, and here is Kefasil to Joker. Good feet from him as well. Cuts it back to our cameraman for this evening, Stokes, and gaffer of Drift Esports. Lamuda. Pass cut out and locked onto the wrong player, Domino, and Drift do really well with the press. The goal scorer, Arjon, drops the shoulder. Is he going to get another penalty? Because players are diving in. Ooh, straight down the throat of Mata. He took his time gathering that back up. Whilst it was a defender chasing it in, Domino, I've seen how that can go horrifically wrong as well.
We've seen that, Abel. Seen the weird and wonderful on this stream.
Oh yeah, Issa takes that down very nicely over the shoulder for a centre-back. It's going to kickstart this Drift Esports attack. They're looking very, very good at the moment, despite being 4 places behind their rivals tonight, Ultra Instinct. Only those 3 points separate them, though, so everything to play for. And as Domino said, a real 6-pointer.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think both teams are flowing nicely through the third, because once they get in the third, it's just that final pass letting them down, and it's a bit of...
It's going to be a free kick.
Mystery free kick, Abel. I'll take.
Why not?
They'll take that there. Is he going to hit it though, Abel? That's the real question. Is he hitting it from there?
30, 35 yards. I hope so. I hope so, Domino. And he is. He's gone for it. Taken down. Nice.
Settle down. Settle down. Settle down.
Relatively routine, but still, like we said, you got to be in it to win it. You never know.
Do not knock the confidence, Abel. That's those kind of players. Those kind of players that makes goal from 30 yards. Big fan.
That's it. Joker does well against his opposite number there, Trasgu. Wins it back nicely. And again, Drift Esports, we're seeing a lot of this early in this game so far. Building up from the back. And like Domino said, just getting it into this final third. And then they lose it. Although they have won it here as Hamarovic gets his left foot through it. Clears his lines. And you can see what Ultra Instinct were just trying to do there. Turning on that press. But Drift Esports look very, very comfortable at the back, keeping the ball nicely in spells, and they've got that 1-goal cushion now, Domino, so they're in no particular rush, he says, as they go over the top. I tell you what, Kimi Season in a foot race here, you'd always back him, but wow, Giles, to be fair, is the winger on the other side, but Kimi Season's won it back off him, experience there. Giving it to Joker, big save, the tap-in is going to be there, though. It's Panita, and it's 2-0, they've doubled the lead. From a tight angle, he had a lot to do, but tell you what, he'll take those every day of the week, Domino.
April, the liquid football that just flowed on that right-hand side from Drift Esports.
Yeah.
1-2 touch passing, getting into dangerous areas. Even the goal, April, we always say you've got to be in those positions. You've manually got to move your person into those positions to get those tap-ins. He'd done that. Defender wasn't switched on enough, and yeah, April. It's been a very, very 50-50. Drift, do they deserve the 2-0 win? Probably, April, but they've been very, very good. Very, very good.
Yeah, and good work on that right-hand side for Drift Esports from Kimi Season. Good work from him winning that ball back after Giles did so well chasing back. That foot race between the 2 wingers. Really good to watch. And yeah, it's Drift Esports who are going for the jugular here. 2-0 up and really, really looking to turn the screw here. And Stokes has got a free kick from 21 yards. that he's going to take himself. He's not, is it? He's going to give it to Joker. I mean, I would rather have watched it from that angle, but, you know. Here we go then. 21 yards out. Big save from Mata, and he's done well to push it away.
See how many players 8-ball flooded in there?
Yeah, I was going to say, not a lot of white shirts chasing that rebound. Kind of what they need to do. They concede next, and I do think it might be lights out for Ultra Instinct. So everything for them to do in this second half, Domino. Drift Esports, tell you what, hardly put a foot wrong. And whilst the nature of that first goal will be questionable, of course,
yeah,
I think they deserve to be in the league going into second half.
Oh, absolutely able. And there's a bounce back effect. After, let's say, you get a penalty that goes against you, it's what characters you got and how you're going to right that wrong, how you're going to come out and play. And after the penalty went in, Drift kind of got the confidence, and Ultra, they didn't shy away, but they were very much under the cosh. Both teams, like I said, are playing good through the thirds, but I think Drift has just showed a bit more creativity in that final third, especially when they're in the middle of the park with those long balls over the top. They're causing Ultra real problems where Ultra are getting into good positions, but I think Drift's organisation and positioning is just counteracting them. I think Ultra do need to switch something up here if they're going to get anything through this game. Yeah,
we need a second half performance completely different to the first one. If I'm brutally honest, this needs to be a game of two halves for Ultra Instinct, and so far it's not starting out that way. A little nibble in the back of the leg is how they got into this predicament in the first place. But yeah, a lot of players for this Ultra Instinct side are yet to show up. This man being one, Trasgu, we know what he can do. Not a good first half for this Ultra Instinct side, but luckily they have the players to change that. And here is Trasgu. Good football through the thirds on the overlap. Big save. Pushes it out of the danger zone as well.
So much better.
Everything's happening on this left-hand goal. Headed in. Missed it first time. Hammer at the back sticks. Oh, it might have taken a deflection back off of the hammer as well. I tell you what, that was close to perfection there. The near post flick on to the centre back rushing in at the back post, and he's unlucky there.
I tell you what, 8-ball, it's going to go missed, but the ball came across. It got missed by the player and came to hammer. The keeper did not bite on the first one. He moved all the way across to make that save. Very, very well done. Very, very well watched. But here we get 8-ball. And I'll tell you what, you said we needed a different second half.
They do. Because look at the players. Look at the players. Not Alvarez, Giles, Trasgu, Almereda. They've got the players to do it. They need a rocket up them. And to be fair, it looks like they've had that at half time because they've come out flying at the moment. But Drift Esports still going about their business nicely. Still also looking dangerous as well. This game poised very nicely at 2-0 to Drift Esports. Ultra Instinct not going to want to lose ground over their rivals here. What a ball into Striker's feet. Hamarovic. Expect nothing less from that man. Comes into the back post. Good positioning from Giles. It's just not going to lock on, but not Alvarez has picked it back up. Looking for his strike partner. Can't find. The ball goes down the line, and Drift Esports to Panita, the goal scorer of the second goal for this Drift Esports side. Kefasil had a good game as well. Amuda over to this near side where Kimi Seasons is operating this half. Stokes first time ball. Is the square pass on? It is on.
Good defending. Really
fantastic defending, Domino. It's a centre defensive midfielder coming back there.
But it's lovely played by Drift. I tell you what, every time they've got it in the wide position, they've got players going forward. The intricacy and the one-touch play is clinical 8-ball. They're really, really good to watch, and I love that how quick they move the ball. Let's see what they've got here through the corner. Wow. They do go short.
Wow, I like this. Oh
my 8-ball. Running plays 8-ball. Running NFL plays out
Clip that, because if that had come off, I'm shutting down the stream. That is a set piece routine from the gods, and I wish no ill of Ultra Instinct, but I do kind of wish that went in because that was cool.
Yeah, I was a big fan of that. Wow. You see the standard ones, short, to back, to wide, to inside, and just to finish their work there. Yeah. If anyone's in the chat, click that. Click that and work on it and show it us again next time on
Drift
stream.
Esports here, down the line with Arjon, edge of the box. There's 3 people waiting. One of them is Joker. Big save from Mata, keeping his team well and truly in this game, Domino, because at 3-0 down, they're not getting anything out of this Ultra Instinct. They need to check themselves before they inevitably wreck themselves. 20 virtual minutes to go. No routine this time, which means no shot at goal. Should have just done the same thing again.
Exactly the same thing again.
Yeah, why not? Why not? You can see the white shirts of Ultra Instinct there flooding forward, trying to counter-attack. To no avail, and they're just getting themselves back in now. I think this is going to be how it's going to look for the rest of this game, because Ultra Instinct are desperate to get something out of this, and they do need to throw caution to the wind.
Emergency striker, I like it.
Yeah, get him up. Get him up there. Chasing this man back towards his own goal. Our Ultra Instinct. Something's got to give for the men in white. Giles, their left winger, back in left back. That's probably not where they want him. A smooth operator. Heads it down nicely, though, to Varley, the emergency striker. And Drete is more than happy.
That's not the person you want to play your killer passes, let's be honest.
Get him on the knockdowns. Get him on the knockdowns.
The cheeky little chip through ball striker, I don't think.
They need more than 3 players in the box, though, I'll tell you that. This is not kitchen sink. And it is headed away by Wait in the Bush. Over the top, it will come all the way through to the waiting Mata. Puts it on the deck, gets it back in play. They do have a centre-back up permanently now. Trasgu finds...
Oh, he's there again.
I tell you what, yeah, he's causing havoc. We see this a lot, Domino, when they do put that extra man up there. It's someone who can challenge the centre-backs because of the height restrictions in this league. It's a 50-50, and I tell you what, I'm surprised more people don't do it.
Yeah, actually just play them as striker.
Yeah, but on a centre-back build, otherwise I think that's against the rules. Oh no! Arjon just got an early Christmas present from Mata. That is game, set, and match. We don't like to see it because it's not nice, but it happens.
He's doing the slime. Oh my! Yeah, I don't know what happened, Abel. Are we going to call stick drift? Or what are we doing?
I think it's just... Sometimes EA has just got different ideas. Quite clearly, a goalkeeper of Mata's class is not going to do that. However, once or twice a season, every goalkeeper is going to get something stupid like that. And it is something stupid. Almeida, very close to putting that way. Not Alvarez. Gets probably what's a consolation. Look at all the white shirts, though. They're just going to go for this. And if it wasn't for that 3rd goal, Domino, from Drift Esports, that... cruel. I mean, they've got a good case here, Domino. The 1st and the 3rd goal were PS.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that is true. I mean, I think EA's just kind of let them down here, but you've got to play the hand you're dealt.
Yeah,
and
of course.
Drift have been fantastic throughout the game. He's
for sure. No, we are not taking anything away from Drift.
He's driving this low. I'm wondering. I'm looking at this corner routine. I wonder what's happening here.
Close to stabbing it.
Fool me once, April. Fool me once.
That's it. Yeah, we do have a real gripe with teams that don't learn on the spot. It's on the job learning. And Ultra Instinct there absolutely did. Not Alvarez, the goal scorer. Gives it to Trasgu. Good ball into not Alvarez's feet. The turn intercepted by Dredd. It's anyone's game at the moment, and for some reason, Ultra Instinct, they've got a case here. They've got a case against EA.
They are cursed.
Open up a ticket.
They are cursed.
Yeah, that's bad, because that should have just been left alone. That was anyone's, I think. Easy for us to say as neutrals, of course. We want goals. We want drama. Mata showing that he can control the ball with confidence, and unlike what EA seems to think of this man. Omega keeps it in nicely. Plonked in. Not Alvarez does really well. Here is his strike partner, Almeida. Stokes is back there doing his defensive duties. The gaffer leading by example. JS, back post. Yeah, the centre-half takes it down, squares it, gets it back. Big save from the goalkeeper.
Causing chaos up there, 8 ball.
He is.
Chaos up there.
He is. I'm surprised they didn't do it sooner because they've got a lot of change.
There was an offside flag there, April. It was definitely a throw-in. I don't really understand what happened there. They're doing all they can against this team.
Not Alvarez drags it wide, and that is going to be all she wrote. It is a formality from this goal kick. A performance worthy of the win for Drift Esports, for sure. They came at really strange circumstances, strange times, but tell you what, in a league this difficult, Domino, Drift Esports are not going to care at all. Congratulations to them. Commiserations to Ultra Instinct. I want to say over the course of 90 minutes, Drift were probably the better side. Like we normally see, Domino, when a team goes a goal or two down and it gets into that last 15-20 minutes, for some reason they play out of their skin. It's finding a way of getting that into your normal play patterns, and if you can consistently do that for 60, 70, 80 minutes a game, you know, 3 or 4 times a week, you're going to start picking points up. You're going to get yourself up that table. So, do you know what? We saw in the Altay game, Domino, and this has given me a new lease of life. Fortune favours the brave, and Altay won a game against Fenerbahce, against their rivals. Ultra Instinct lost a game against their rivals, where when they threw caution to the wind, they looked just as good, if not better, than their opposition that they lost against by 2 goals.
Yeah,
so,
there's a tale of 2 tapes there, April. Don't get me wrong, I tend to agree with you. I think it's the situation where you know you need to attack and the other team, they know they need to defend. So your mentality changes. I would love to see both teams go gung-ho and literally clash with each other. But in the case of that one, Drift conceded a goal and kind of sat back, didn't risk too much or didn't try and do anything crazy or fancy. They just tried to reserve. Where Ultra Instinct was there, they knew they needed to attack. But every team went into that mentality, April. We'd see 5-5, so I'm here for it.
That's kind of what I was hinting at, if I'm honest.
There you go.
I like. There's me
people.
pretending like I really care about these teams. I'm just like, nah, I just want 5-4s, guys. All of my advice I give to the teams is just attack more. You know, caution to the wind, chuck it forward, see what happens. No, like I said, congratulations to Drift Esports, worthy winners. Commiserations to Ultra Instinct. Again, they've got some world-class players and some really, really nice players. The world-class players are really nice. Is what I meant to say. They don't just have 2 separate parties of world-class players and really nice players. Right. That's us, Domino. That's us. That's 4 games in a row, as per usual.
Wrapped up.
Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Guys and girls, if you are not already subscribed to this channel, please do so. Likewise, Pro Clubs Weekly, our YouTube channel, go and subscribe to that as well. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. sharp-ish, depending on what time Domino gets on. And
Exactly
Sundays on Pro Clubs Weekly is the weekly wrap-up as well. That's Sundays at 7 p.m. To be fair, we probably should have put it 8, so we didn't need to keep changing the... It's confusing for people, I get that, but Sundays at 7, Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays at 8. Simple as that. So we've got a night off tomorrow. No 2 a.m. streams for us tomorrow like last week, Domino. You might be glad to hear, or I don't know. I might be your bad.
I still got PTSD, April. I still got PTSD.
Still got sleep deprivation. So yeah, night off tomorrow. We'll be back on Thursday. So again, please do make sure you support the stream, support the channel, and ultimately support competitive 11s. Pro clubs, because it's time to put this game mode on the map, boys and girls, and that's what we're trying to do. So
your job.
It's your job, yeah. Nothing to do with
We're
us.
the vehicle. You're the ones pushing the vehicle up the hill. That's we're comfortable. Just do the work. Help us out.
Yeah. If we're a vehicle, we're literally like a little push bike or something, I guess.
Morris Minor.
Right. That's it. We're going now. We promise.
We're out.
Right. See you on Thursday. Enjoy the rest of your nights. Good luck if you've got any more games to play, and if you're playing any games on Wednesday, and if you play any games on Thursday before we get to your games, good luck in those as well. But I'm gonna try and keep talking to see how long Domino can keep his salute.
I'll switch hands, Abel. I'm not afraid. I'm here. That's how I sleep.
Ambidextrous. Right, good night.